Good evening. Let's say good morning. Yes. This morning I want to talk about something that is very important. You understand? And this is something that most of all, this is a very genetic disorder, and most of all, people don't understand or know why or know what this disorder is called, because they cannot even ascertain that this is the major cause of that disorder. Now, as you can see, I've already written phenylketonuria on the board, but I want to bring a little bit light to what I'm doing so that you understand. Now, there is an enzyme known as phenylalanine hydroxylase. That's an enzyme. It is known as phenylalanine hydroxylase. This is the enzyme based on PAH. Now, this phenylalanine hydroxylase is produced to a certain amount in the body, and this phenylalanine hydroxylase I'm talking about is charged with the duty of breaking down the amino acid phenylalanine. Now, phenylalanine. Now, the inability of the body to be able to produce enough phenylalanine hydroxylase. Yes, the inability of the body to be able to produce this enzyme is what leads to phenylketonuria. Now, phenylketonuria is a genetic disorder that occurs due to the inability of the body to produce phenylalanine hydroxylase. Phenylketonuria, in abbreviation, PKU. You see, if you are comfortable by this video, you find out I'm talking about this phenylketonuria so much. It's due to this phenylketonuria has in many ways been affecting or has caused many damages, especially to newborn babies. And let me write it down. Phenylketonuria is the inability of the body to produce, is the deficiency of the body to produce the enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase that will be able to break down the amino acid phenylalanine. Now, this is the inability, this is the deficiency of the body to produce the enzyme. Sorry, my marker. My marker, I got issues. To produce the enzyme. Everybody to produce the enzyme. The enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase, and the enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase is in charge of breaking down the amino acid phenylalanine. Now, untreated phenylketonuria results to many issues, especially in newborn babies. Now, phenylketonuria is is not rare, because it's something that every newborn baby is tested on moments after their birth. So the inability of producing phenylalanine hydroxylase leads to phenylketonuria. Now, phenylketonuria is when phenylalanine has been built up in the body, in the blood, toxically in the blood. Now, the inability, phenylketonuria, if untreated, can lead to mental retardation, especially in children. It can lead to seizures. Yes, it can lead to seizures. Like at times, people begin to experience seizures in the basic organs of their body. Now, why am I going on my focus to children? Now, I begin to discover that most of the food that children consume are rich in phenylalanine. Understand? Breast milk, all of them are rich in phenylalanine. So it is very essential that every child born should be tested for this phenylalanine, and if found present, it should be managed health-wise. Now, it could be managed dietary also, based on the protein diet should be under a medical supervision, like it should be under a medical professional supervision. The protein diet should be maintained, because this phenylalanine is due to the virtue of a protein known as phenylalanine that is built up to a toxic level. And if phenylalanine hydroxylase is not produced to a level, then this phenylalanine begin to cause issues like mental retardation. You find out that you give birth to your child, and as the child continues to grow, you find out that they are having mental issues. Now, these issues, you might be thinking you are feeding your child with the right formulas, or maybe you give birth to the child at home. Yes, because these are kind of issues that happen, especially when you give birth to a child at home. Maybe you gave birth to the child at home and he was not taken to the hospital for proper checkup, because he just felt like, maybe the midwife at home felt like everything was alright. And being daft of the knowledge that if that baby's body refuses to produce enough phenylalanine hydroxylase, the baby will be found with a mental retardation. That's why you find out that some of the children born are very slow in learning. It's due to the presence of phenylalanine. Yes, they are very, very slow in learning, and it's because phenylalanine is functioning in their system. Now, their behaviors are very, very absurd. It's phenylalanine, and it's because their body was unable to produce phenylalanine hydroxylase at birth. So that's why it is advisable, even if you give your child, if you give birth to your child at home, that you take the child to a clinic and the child to undergo test for PKU. Yes, to undergo test for the presence of phenylketonuria, so that to avoid stories that touch the heart, because later in life you'll be wondering, what is wrong with my child? Why are other children understanding things and my child is not understanding something? It's a genetic disorder. And this genetic disorder is people rarely understand this genetic disorder. So if you meet this video, please share this video in order to create awareness towards this genetic disorder known as phenylketonuria. Meet you in my next video. Thank you for watching.